Composing your first piece of music can be a challenge. It can be scary even, but I'm going to walk you through it step by step. We're going to start from scratch and end up with a piece of music. So step one is to get yourself to a piano, and on top of that, I'm going to hope that you know how to play the C major scale. It's just C to C. Simple as that. And now you've got to ask yourself a question. Is the piece going to be happy or is it going to be sad? If it's going to be happy, we can stick to that C major scale all nice and easy. But if it's going to be sad, let's shift that C major to start on the A and finish on the A, only using white notes. That's going to give us an A minor scale, which inherently sounds pretty sad. Okay, so now that you know which scale you're going to use, whether it's major for happy or minor for sad, it's time to put it into practice. So for example, let's go for the happy, C major. We're going to make sure our right hand thumb is on C and our little finger on our left hand is on C as well, just an octave below. So now we've got our hands in position, all we have to do is create a little pattern in the left hand and a little pattern in the right hand. Now these patterns don't have to be complicated whatsoever. They can be as basic as you like. All you have to do is start experimenting and you'll find that just based on where your hands are positioned, the notes are going to end up working. So let's get back to that left hand. We're going to start with our little finger on C because we know that's the root note of the scale, therefore it's going to be the most important sounding one for our piece. Then let's jump up to the G. Why? Well, because there's a big gap in between the two and G just sounds like quite a nice note. We can experiment, and if it doesn't work, we can always change it. So let's go C to G. Let's say E next. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. And then F. And it's just going to loop around. So 4 beats on C, 4 beats on G, 4 beats on E, and 4 beats on F. Now for the right hand, I really could just go roll a dice and see what notes it gives me, but let's just say fingers 1, 2, 3, and 5, and repeat those a few times. So let's get those notes on the piano. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 5, and repeat it over and over again. The left hand is then going to fit in between that and give us the start of a song. So to reiterate on what we've done so far, we've decided that we're going to use C major because it's a happy scale compared to A minor, which is a sad one. You can choose either one. You've just got to decide before you start composing what sort of emotion you want people to feel when they listen to your piece of music. We then got our hands into position onto the piano and made sure that our thumb was on the starting note of C because we chose C major, and our little finger was on C as well, but just an octave below. We did this just because the notes have a really good chance of working together. If they were any further apart or in slightly different positions, we'd have to think just a little bit more, and there'd be a risk that our first piece wouldn't sound as good. So we're starting safe and we're keeping it simple. So if we get our hands back in position, we said the left hand was going to play a C and a G, followed by an E and an F, while the right hand was going C, D, E, G. Each left hand note is going to be 1 bar long, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to play our right hand like quavers, which means we can fit in 8 notes for every 1 note in the left hand. So let's hear if our piece is going to work. Pretty confident that works. I like it. Now, the next step is to just come up with a few more patterns in the left hand, maybe a few more patterns in the right hand, and join them together. You could say, start with that pattern we just did, and then go to your own one, and then go back to the pattern we just did, and then go to a new one after that. You can experiment and you can explore. You don't even have to stick to the major key. So let's go back, rewind, and pretend that we just did everything but starting on A. So we've shifted our hand from here to here. We're no longer on C for a major, we're on A for a minor. Still all the white notes, but it's gonna make it sad. Let's choose some new stuff. So left hand, let's go little finger, third finger, fourth finger, thumb. Each one holding for a bar, we're liking to keep it simple. And our right hand's gonna use the same fingers we did for major. 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's see how this works. Like it. I'm gonna cheat and use the pedal now. It's not cheating really, it just sounds awesome. So we're not quite writing masterpieces yet, but it's a great start. We now know if we use C major, we can be happy, and A minor, we're going to make it sad. And if something doesn't sound quite right, then let's keep the good stuff, wipe the bad stuff away, and experiment with a few new notes to make some awesome pieces of music. So let me know how you got on. If this is something you would like to see more of, where we begin composing bigger and bigger pieces with more and more technically challenging things, then please put a comment below and like the video. If you've got stuck at all and want a bit of a hand, just comment below. I'm here to help. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn any more about the piano, any lessons or music theory, please go to my school, robharveymusic.com, where you can learn it all for free. And don't forget, stay motivated, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.